So let's say we want to add two fractions together and they have different denominators and we want to use the standard method, right? So we know that when we add two fractions together, we got to get the denominator on the bottom to be the same, right? And there's a different way we can do that. So let's take a look at this example right here, this problem right here. Let's say I have 4 over 10 plus 2 over 20. And I want to use the standard way of adding these two fractions together by giving them the same denominator in a standard way. Well, one of the things I do is I look for the least common multiple, which will help me to give them a denominator that's the same on the bottom. How do I do that? So I notice that 1 times 20 is 20, but I also know that 2 times 10 is also 20. So there's a common answer. Multiples are like an answer to a multiplication problem. Think of it that way. So they have a common answer in place. 2 times 10 is 20 and 1 times 10 is 20. So all I have to do is figure out a way to get 20 on the bottom of both. I already got 20 here. What I have to do over here is I have to multiply 10 times 2 in order to get 20 on the bottom. And when I do that, in order to do that, whatever I do to the bottom, I have to do to the top. So I'm going to multiply the top, the numerator by 2 and the bottom by 2 in order to do that so I can get 20 on the bottom. When I multiply the numerators, the two top numbers by 2 times 4, that's going to give me 8, right? So let me just rewrite this problem and show you what it's going to look like. It's going to give me 8 over 20. That's going to be my bottom. The new result is going to be 8 over 20 right here. So my 8 over 20 is going to be the new result for this fraction. And I've multiplied 2 times 10. That's going to be 20 on the bottom. And 2 times 4 is going to give me 8 right there on the top. And then what I do on this side, I really don't have to do anything. I can multiply it by 1, but that's going to be the same thing. I already have 20 on the bottom. So I already have a common multiple there. I don't have to do anything. I can just bring it down and have 2 over 20. So now I have the same denominator at the bottom. And I do exactly what you do when you have the same denominator. All you have to do then is bring over the denominator, right? I have 20 on the bottom. I bring over the denominator, which is 20. And now I have to add the two numerators together. And that's going to give me 10, right? And if I notice something, 10 over 20 is the answer. If I notice something, if I had to simplify this is going to be 1/2. If you notice the problem we did before when we used the butterfly method and I cross multiplied and I did 20 times 4 and got 80 right here and did 10 times 2 and got 20 up here. This was a different way of doing the same problem. I added 80 plus 20 and it gave me 100. And then we multiplied the two denominators together and it gave me 200. You notice it gives you an answer of 100 over 200. If I had to simplify that would simplify into 1/2, right? That would be 1/2. 100 is a half of 200, right? That was simplifying to 1/2. Well, right here, I did the standard method. The exact same result comes out. 10 is actually a half of 20. So this also simplifies to 1/2. Gives you the same answer.